We begin our walk here in Pervolia, where the Mediterranean meets some of the most exclusive coastline in southern Cyprus. Behind us stand modern seaside villas, clean lines, glass balconies, and private gardens facing directly toward the sea. These homes represent a newer chapter in Pervolia's story, designed for privacy and tranquility. They blend contemporary architecture with the timeless appeal of living by the water. Yet despite their luxury, the sea remains the true focus. Its color shifts constantly, turquoise near the shore, deepening into blue as it stretches toward the horizon. As we walk forward, the sound of waves becomes our soundtrack. Gradually, the private feel begins to soften. The villas give way to open space, low fences, and walking paths accessible to everyone. This transition is one of the most beautiful things about Faros Beach, how seamlessly exclusive living merges with public coastline. To our side, the shoreline curves gently. The beach here is a mix of sand and small pebbles, shaped by years of wind and water. This stretch is rarely crowded, even in summer. There's a sense of calm that never fully disappears. Faros Beach has a raw, natural character. It isn't overly developed, and that's part of its charm. Low vegetation grows close to the shore, hardy plants adapted to salt air and strong sun. Occasionally, you'll spot fishermen standing quietly near the water's edge, lines disappearing into the sea. The rhythm here is slow. Time seems to stretch out, measured not by clocks, but by waves. Pervolia is one of the oldest villages in the Larnaca district, with roots reaching back centuries. Historically, this area was agricultural, fields of olives, citrus, and grain stretching inland from the coast. The sea provided food, trade routes, and protection. Unlike resort-heavy areas, Pervolia has maintained a strong local identity. Even today, it feels more lived in than staged. Ahead, rising clearly against the sky, stands the Faros Lighthouse, the landmark that gives this beach its name. Faros means lighthouse, and for generations. This structure has guided sailors along Cyprus' southern coast. As we get closer, its simplicity becomes striking. White, sturdy, functional, built not for decoration, but for purpose. The sea here feels wider, more open. Winds are stronger. Waves break with more force against the rocks. Standing near the lighthouse, there's a sense of isolation, not loneliness, but space. Lighthouses are places of watching, waiting, and warning. They exist for others, often unseen, quietly doing their job. From this point, the coastline feels less residential, more elemental. The land belongs to the wind, the birds, and the sea. This is one of the best places along Faros Beach to stop, breathe, and simply look. As we continue beyond the lighthouse, the path becomes rougher and less defined. Fewer people walk here. The coastline stretches uninterrupted, shaped only by nature. Rocks replace sand. The water deepens quickly. Waves crash louder, echoing off the stone. This is where Faros Beach shows its wild side, untamed, honest, and powerful. Walking here encourages reflection. There are no shops, no cafes, no distractions. Only movement, sound, and light. This stretch reminds us why coastlines have always drawn people. Not just for resources, but for peace. It's a reminder that beauty doesn't need to be loud. As our walk comes to an end, Faros Beach continues beyond us, stretching endlessly along the southern edge of Cyprus. From luxury homes to open wilderness, this coastline tells a quiet story of balance between modern life and nature, comfort and simplicity. Thank you for walking with me along Faros Beach in Pervolia. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, goodbye from the sea.